Hi, good evening. This is a video for multiplying decimals. This is going to be on page 18 of our notebook. So let's go ahead and get started with some of the notes. So at the very top, if you read, I know with adding and subtracting you have to line up decimals, but with multiplication you don't have to. You're just going to multiply like you would with whole numbers. Then we're going to count the decimal places in both factors. And then we're going to move that many spaces in the product, so in the answer. So here's an example. 4.8 times 7.2. So we multiplied the 2 times 8, got 16, added the 1, multiplied 2 times 4, got 8, added the 1, got 9. Put a 0 in the 1's place because now we're multiplying by 10s. 10 times 7 is 56. And then add the 5. 7 times 4 is 28 plus 5 is 33. Add down, and then if you noticed, this is one place value. This is one place value, so 2 decimal places. So what you do is you take the decimal place in your final answer and you move it twice over. And then right here, same idea. 5 times 1 is 5, 5 times 3 is 15, and then 0 times 0, you really don't have to do the zeros portion. This is 1 decimal place. This is 2 decimal places. So the decimal started here, and we moved it once, 2, 3 times, and it ended there. So it's 155 thousandths. Okay. All right, so we're going to practice. The reason why we have the lines is just so that we can see it a little bit better. I'm going to zoom in so we could just focus on this one problem for right now. I always like to write the longer digit as the top number and the shorter digit as the bottom number when I line them up. And again, you do not have to line up your decimal places. And we're just going to multiply as normal. So 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. Carry that 1, 4 times 5 is 20, plus 1. Now we're multiplying with the next place value, so add a 0. 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 5 is 10, and then add 4 and 0, 2 and 2, 1 and 6, 2 and 0, and 1. And if you look at this answer, it looks way too big because look at this. This is 5.3 and 2.4. So that's close to 5 and that's close to 2. So it should be about 10, a little more than 10. Well, this answer is way bigger than 10, so we know we're not correct. So let's look at how many place values this one has. This has 2 place values, or not, I mean 2 decimal places, excuse me. 2 decimal places. This one has 1 decimal place, and we mean how many places after the decimal. So 2 plus 1 makes 3 decimal places that we're going to have to move this guy. So the decimal starts at the end, and we have 1 and 2. So we're going to add those together and make it 3 decimal places. So 1, 2, 3. So our answer ends up being 12.744. Or you might say it the correct way, 12 and 744 thousandths. Okay, and that answer looks way better. I'm going to prove it in the calculator so we could see if we're correct. So we have 5.31, so 5 and 31 hundredths, times 2.4, or 2 and 4 tenths. And look, we get 12.744, or 12 and 744 thousandths. All right, let's do another one just so you can see me do it again. All right, again, I like to write the longer number up top. These both have 3 numbers, so I'm just going to write them as so. All right, and then just multiply as normal. 8 times 4 gives me 32. 8 times 0 is 0, plus 3 is 3. 8 times 5 gives me 40. And then if I do 0, 0, 0, I'm going to have 0, 0, 0. If I do 0, 0, 0, I'm going to have 0, 0. So there's no point in doing the zeros. So I get 4,032. That does not make sense because look, this is 5.04 times something less. This is 800ths. So it's going to be super duper small. So what we're going to do is we're going to count the decimal places after the decimal here. We have got 2 decimal places. I'm just going to call it DP for decimal places. Decimal places. This has 2 decimal places. So we need to move it 4 decimal places. 4 decimal places. So move 4 decimal places. So we're going to start it here, and we're going to move it 1, 2, 3, 4. So we end up with 0.4032. I like to put a 0 in the ones place. So this is 4,032 10,000ths. It's a very, very, very tiny number. Okay. And then let's check in our calculator just to make sure. So 5.04 or 5 400ths times 0.08 or 800ths. And look, 0.4032. 0.4032 or 4,032 10,000ths. Okay? All right, so now what I want you to do is I want you to try these two. And then I want you to go inside. And I want you to do, I'm not going to make you do all of them. Here. Let's do the left column. So, complete left. So all these ones right here. So 5 through 13, okay? And then over here, let's do the first 2. So the first 2 rows. That way I'm not giving you too much. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 12, 13 problems, okay? Just to get that practice so that when you come in tomorrow to class, you're ready to go. All right, hopefully that's helpful, and ask me questions if you need to, either on the video or tomorrow in class. Have a great day.